So dear student, today we are going to start our chapter 2, that is the unit and measurement. Okay. So whatever the things we buy from a market, those things are measured in some internationally accepted reference. Suppose you go to a market for buying clothes. So the seller, cut the cloth in some meters. Okay. So what is that meter? Okay. Whenever you go to buy some vegetables from a market, so shopkeepers give you a potatoes or whatever the veggies you use in the kilogram. So what is that kilogram? Or you are going to buy a sugar, and suppose you have buy 2 kg of sugar. So what is here, all of the things I want to say that 2 kg, 2 meter, okay, 2 liter. So all these, what is this quantity? This is the unit. Okay. So let me understand this by an example. Units, firstly I have telling about the definition of the unit. Unit are the internationally accepted references to which we will compare our measurable quantities. Units are the internationally accepted references to which we will compare or measure our physical quantities. Let's suppose you go to a market to purchase a potato, okay, and you are buying a 1 kg of potato, okay. So now look at the or remind the scene when the seller is giving you a potato. At one side the potatoes are there, and at the other side they have some standard weight, okay, and the weight has some standard value, okay. So they are giving you potato by comparing your potato weight with some standard weight. So that standard reference by which our physical quantity are compared and measured is known as the units, okay. So units are nothing but whenever we want to measure a quantity, so when we measure a quantity in some internationally accepted reference, and those internationally accepted reference are nothing but the units, okay. So we have some physical quantities, out of which there are 7 fundamental units, okay, or there are 7 fundamental units. Or now you are thinking that what is fundamental units? We have 7 fundamental units I have written down, but question is that what is fundamental units? So look at this: length, mass, time, electric current, thermodynamic, temperature, amount of substance, and luminous intensity. Those fundamental units, if a unit is said to be a fundamental unit only and only when it does not depend on the other unit for its manifestation. Because we know that the length does not depend on the other unit for its representation, okay. Length can be represented independently, so a mass can be represented independently, time can be represented independently. It does not depend on the other units for their representation. So those units which does not depend on the other units for their representation is known as the fundamental unit, okay. Now there are some derived unit also. Derived unit are the combination of the different fundamental units. Suppose you measure the force, so force can be written as mass into acceleration. Now here the force is dependent on the 2 fundamental units, okay, 2 units we can say, not fundamental. So fundamental units are the combination of different derived units are the combination of the different fundamental units, okay. So or the combination of the different units. So here the force depends on the mass, here the force depends on the acceleration. So here the force is a derived unit which is dependent on the other unit for their representation, and these 2 units need not to be also fundamental, okay. Now we have 3 system of units. In the olden days we have 3 system of units, and that one is CGS. C stand for centimeter, G stand for gram, and S stand for second, okay. So length is in the CGS system of units, length is measured in centimeter, and weight is measured in gram, and time is measured in second. So that is the system in use in olden days. And after that we use the FPS. F stand for foot, by which we can measure a length. FP, P is the pound, P stand for pound, by which we can measure the weight, and S, FPS, S is the second, okay, that we are measuring the time. Then afterwards MKS unit of system, it come into the existence. M stand for meter, K stand for kilogram, and S stand for second. So these are the three system of units that we are following in the early days or in the olden days. Nowadays we are using the SI system of units. So these are the 7 fundamental units in which length is measured in meter, represented by a symbol M. Mass is measured in kilogram, represented by a symbol kg. Time is measured in seconds, represented by a symbol S. Electric current is measured in ampere, represented by a symbol A. The magnitude of thermodynamic temperature is represented by a symbol K, measured in Kelvin. Okay, temperature, we are measuring temperature in degrees Celsius, but in a SI system of unit we measure thermodynamic temperature in a Kelvin. Okay, now amount of substance is measured in a mole, and luminous intensity is measured in a candela. Now there is a obvious question that what are the definition for this. Okay, we will learn this definition one by one in the subsequent chapters, because at present if I define it, so it will be difficult to you to understand. So when we are going to understand these chapters one by one, okay, so there you will find that suppose like luminous intensity, this is learned in the heat and mass transfer, so we will learn there. Okay, now apart from them we have 2 units for measurement of the angle. Okay, 2 supplementary units. So first is the plane angle. Plane angle is nothing but a angle. Suppose this is the arc, okay, this is the theta. Okay, so here you have also already learned about angle equal to arc upon radius. So suppose this distance is d, okay, and this distance is x, so theta will be angle equal to arc upon radius, so this is x. Okay, now this is the plane angle work in the 2 dimension. This angle is 1 dimension, this angle is 1 dimension. But when we are going to measure the angle in the 3 dimensions, so what we do? Okay, so we do a little bit extra here. So this is basically up. So this figure is not quite good. Okay, so here this is the 3-dimensional angle, which areas whenever the area, substance and angle to a center of a 3-dimensional figure, that angle is known as the solid angle. Whenever this is the small a, okay, the solid angle is represented by the d omega, which is nothing but the dA upon r square, that is the distance r. Okay, so whenever solid angle is measured in the 3-dimensional figure like a cone, I have drawn a one cone. So whenever a small area make an angle, whatever the small area make an angle to the center, that area is called the solid angle. So today we have discussed some about the units, what is fundamental units, what is derived unit, and we have also discussed about the 7 fundamental units. Now in the next lecture we will learn about the parallax method. That method is used to measure large distances. Okay.